I would have went home. Because you wouldn't have voted for me to stay, right? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I'm a little surprised, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, I mean, I'm thinking things through.
And I know you want to keep your enemies to a minimum, but the thing is, with me, Memphis, and Keisha off, you're guaranteed to get rid of whoever you want. And I'll put that on whatever you want me to vote. I'll put it on Monica. That's the only thing, you know. You got to balance, because if you put me up, there's a definite risk of me going home, and it's just how much do you trust me. If you don't trust me, then I understand. But if you do trust me, then we'll probably have to talk about it, you know. Because you only need 3 votes to go this week.
Yeah, so, and if there was a tie, I'd break the vote.
There is no tie this week. There's 5 people voting. So if one person were to flip, I could go home and the colonel's still here. And he's going to be coming after you. You know,
I mean, I'm thinking things through.
Right, no, I know. But I'm just telling you.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I'm going to stand up there and, right, you want to keep the enemies down to a minimum.
Right, I understand that. I understand you want to do that.
Because the colonel put me up on the block and you voted against me.
That's good reasoning.
Okay? Those are the only 2 things, in other words.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want you to go home.
No, I understand. If Colonel comes off, once veto comes off, then what?
Wait, what? Say this again?
Me and Colonel go up. Colonel wins the veto.
April goes up.
So you'd rather keep April in this game and send Colonel
No, I don't
home?
want to keep April.
But if you put up Colonel, you're saying you want him to go before April, which is fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do, okay.
But I'm still thinking things through.
Yeah.
What's best for me?
No, I know, and that's what you got to do.
Because he put my ass up on a block.
Yep, I know you have a lot.
And I was had torture for 8 days.
And you didn't even get an explanation from
No.
me. I understand that.
So that's one good thing for a nomination.
Yeah.
And he, I know he's concerned.
Yeah.
But I still have to think it through.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, but my argument is that that me, Keisha, and Memphis will vote whatever you want, But I know if you put someone else up besides me, how are they going to take it, But that's the same way. I mean, you are putting me in harm's way, even though indirectly, even though you don't want me to go home or you say you don't want me to go home, you're still putting me in harm's way, and I understand you have to do that to someone.
I mean, no, I mean, I like you, and you gave Brian, in other words, if I stood up in front of people and said, well, nobody's ever done anything to me, and I like all of y'all, but, there's 2 people, and make it come off like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I like you. I don't want you to go home.
No, and I don't think you do want me to go home. But by going up, there's always a chance. At least I have some heads up, though, if you do decide to go that route. The only thing is that, but anyone could say, if I were to win HOH, now I could put you up as a pawn, where I wouldn't have done that before, that's if you put me up,
Right.
But I wouldn't have done that before,
Right.
But I understand.
I mean, I'm still thinking things through.
Yeah, I understand. But just, I mean, you have a reason to put me up, from week 1, you have a reason to put Colonel up. So that way you don't make enemies, but you're also risking. Yeah, there's a little risk to that. You're risking.
Everything's a risk.
Right. You're right.
I mean, I'm not definite on it.
No, I know. I
was just throwing it out there.
I understand.
I don't know what's going on with Memphis, So. Memphis is a big threat in this game, too.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know how much I trust him either. You know what I mean? Because same thing like I voted against you, I wanted to backdoor him week 1. I don't think he's forgot that. Just like I don't forget that he's tried to get me out as one of the floaters. You know what I mean? But if we're going off recent weeks past, we saved his ass. You know what I mean? But I know that means nothing this week. But could you see him voting with April? I couldn't see that. Could you see him voting with Ali? Maybe. Could you see him voting to keep the colonel? No. But you never know.
Now wait, if I put him up as a pawn, and I really want the colonel to go home.
If you put Memphis and Colonel up, April and Ali will probably vote Memphis out.
Right.
So it's how much you trust Michelle. Because you know who I'd vote for. I want Colonel out here
Michelle would vote for Memphis.
to leave. You think?
No.
Or to stay?
To stay.
Because you know, there's no question in my mind who I want to go.
I know, and I'm trying to go after that trio in some kind of way without making too many enemies.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand?
Yep, because you do have to look out for yourself in this game. I understand that. It's a tough choice.
I mean,
but I think the key to the whole thing is Michelle. If you really, really trust Michelle, that's still risky. So you're worried about if you put up like April and Colonel or April and Ali, then all three of them are going to be after you as opposed to...
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ollie is hooked with April.
Right.
And I'm thinking maybe a double eviction will come next week, you know?
Yep.
No, I'm just thinking, you know.
No, I know.
I haven't made up my mind yet. But
Do you have any questions for me that you need answered? Like, I know at the beginning you're suspicious of me, and I know I casted a vote against you, but at the same time, and this is also I want to talk to you about too, is when you remember when you brought the Bible to me and I put my hand on it and gave you my word. If you ever need that from me again, can you not bring the Bible? You know, it just doesn't make, you know, I don't feel good about that. But like I'll do it on Monica, whatever you want, you know.
what do you mean?
Like I'll swear on Monica, but I mean, just I've had taken enough heat about my faith, about swearing on the Bible.
No, that means something to me if I bring the Bible.
I don't know.
But I still don't know what's the truth about, you know, you being in it. Why is the colonel all over you?
Prior, like the Colonel and I spent a lot of time together. Like he talked to my grandson. We talked a lot. And his whole thing was when we got in the 70s, like it's my goal to make sure you get to the jury house because he wants me to, even if I leave at the jury house, I still make money. And he found he wanted to get me to the jury house regardless. And I think by me turning on him or voting against him and voting Jesse out and not telling him, I think he just felt very betrayed.
No, he said you were in alliance with him. That was a lie?
Right, it was a lie. He said it was me, him, Ali, and April. And he admitted to that being a lie. And plus, you got to think, if I was in an alliance with them, why would I vote Jesse out and not tell them? You know? But